Good evening, watchers, and welcome to the totally awesome film review tonight. And tonight I've been watching a movie called The Meg. Now this film is a shark film, of course, as you see the cover. It's got it stars Jason Statham and Lee Bing, Rainn Wilson and Ruby Rose, who's on the new Batwoman series. I bet it's not very good. I saw bits from that. Okay, when a massive creature attacks a submersible, the crew becomes trapped in the bottom of the Pacific deepest trench, saved from the clutches of the megalodon. Prehistoric 75-foot shark, once believed to be extinct. A visionary oceanographer, Wilson Chaya, recruits expert rescue diver Jonas Taylor, played by Jason Statham, team up with the oceanographer daughter Soying. Taylor must try to outwit the greatest predator a killer he's faced once before. Let me watch this now. Right? Oh wow, what a movie! Really enjoyed it. I had a blast. I really had a blast. So, at the beginning of the film, the character played by Jason Statham is tempted to rescue this crew on this damaged nuclear submarine. Of course, then that gets attacked by some kind of creature. Of course, he has to. Of course, some of the crew members are still stuck in. So he rescues some of the characters, but some of them leaves behind because if he tries to save them, they would have died too. Because he has to make a decision: either try to rescue the other characters, or die, or like just leave. And of course, he leaves, and then the film plays 5 years after. You see this thing called this research thing at this facility called the Manor One, where it has these it's like an underwater facility. It looks like an oil rig on. It looks like an oil rig on top, and then it goes down. It's got these all these tunnels and stuff, like these glass tunnels and stuff. It's very cool. It's got these wells and stuff, and you see these wells. Fantastic. They want to explore the Mariana Trench and stuff. They want to explore that. Of course, they go down. These characters go down. There's actually one guy on Heroes. He's in this. They end up in these small little submarines. They go down. The next one they end up right at the bottom, and they go through this I don't know, this weird stuff. And then they go down, but then they get attacked by something. So Finger's character, they get the daughter, the girl in it. There's this woman in it who is Asian girl. She has a daughter who's on this facility thing. Of course, she tries to go down and tries to rescue the people at the bottom. I can't name every character, but it's just it's like an almost 2-hour movie. Anyway, so they get trapped down. So the people on the thing try to get Finger's character to rescue them. Jason Statham's character. But first of all, he's saying no. First of all, he says, whatever you pay me, I ain't gonna freaking do it. But then they kind of go, these people are stuck on this submarine. So he decides to go, So anyway, so when he ends up going to rescue the people on the submarine, she goes down. The girl that he knows, the one with the daughter and stuff. I won't name every character because I don't know the characters' names, to be honest. Who works on the facility of animals and stuff, the ocean creatures and stuff like that. And of course she decides to go, I'm going to do it myself, which is a stupid idea, of course, because then she gets attacked by a massive. There might be a few spoilers in this, because I might as well add a few spoilers in this, so better watch that. So, but then she gets attacked by this massive squid, and then I think I've seen this scene before actually. I think it was in the trailer. I think it was. And that gets attacked by a massive freaking shark, and it's huge. This thing's mean. Honestly, God, this thing is mean. So anyway, they end up. Finger's character ends up rescuing the characters. Ends up turning up at the right time at the right moment, rescuing some of the characters. But one of the characters gets killed by the shark wires inside, still in the submarine. Anyway, they end up back at the thinger, the facilitator. Of course, the shark follows them up there somehow. And this scene was really cool. I see it, actually, it's in the trailer. This scene was where you see they go in the tunnel. What do you call it? These glass tunnels, these corridors or something. And you see the shark behind her. And that is a creepy scene where you see it coming towards behind her, and then it just like tries to break the glass with its jaws. And that scene was cool. But there's kind of a sad part with this whales, where one of the whales gets killed by, because one of the whales vanishes, and then the other one gets killed afterwards. And it's not very nice to see. I admit that scene was quite disturbing. I don't know. I suppose you see this freaking defense, animal getting ripped to pieces by this freaking huge shark, and it's pretty scary actually. But I enjoyed it nonetheless. So anyway, so they have to go out and kill this shark. Yeah, they have to go out and kill this shark, but it's too much to handle. That's the thing. Kind of. So yeah, they have to decide to add a track on this shark, of course, and then they try to kill it by putting like, what was it? Some kind of like poison in its system, to kill it. I won't tell every story because it's like almost a 2-hour movie. So anyway, let's just fast forward. So they end up killing this shark, and but then there's another shark that's a slightly bit bigger. And it's pretty cool, and it's just cool the way it shows its freaking jaws. It's like, Jesus Christ. I was sitting there going, and the effects are really good in this film. The only problem is the screen was too bright. I was like, Jesus, everything's bright, That's the only problem with this film, it was too bright, so... and it had some very genuine funny moments in it, especially the scene where the dog scene was really funny, where the dog's kind of like, where the shark is going towards this beach, right, the big freaking megalodon, the bigger one. The dog's like, they're on the beach, right, these people, right, and then the dog starts swimming, sees this big shark, and it starts coming back, and it's funny. It's hilarious, it's a funny scene. The film's got humour in it, that's what I liked about it. In the trailer, it looked too comedy-ish, but when you watch the film, it's not too much like that. The film has got humour in it, but it's got some quite intense moments too. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was directed by a guy called John Turtlebolt. It's directed by him, and he's made films like, he made Think Big, Driving Me Crazy, Three Ninjas, Cool Runnings, great movie, While You Were Sleeping, Phenomenon, Instinct, Disney's The Kid, National Treasure Book of Secrets, The Sorcerer's Apprentice, I think that flopped, didn't it? Las Vegas, and The Meg. And I heard that they're making a sequel to The Meg, actually. I hope they do, actually, because I really enjoyed it. Was it as good as Jaws? No, I don't think no shark film is better. I don't think any shark film is better than Jaws. But some of them are really good. Like, for instance, the Deep Blue Sea film. I really like that film, and this film kind of reminds of that a little bit. I like the last bit where and the last part was really good. The way they go after the shark, this big shark, and the way Jason Statham it goes one-on-one with the shark, and it's so good. The last part is. I won't explain too much. So yeah, it looked good on 4K, but it was a bit bright. That was the only problem. I'm not sure if that was because of the 4K. It was too bright. It was, I don't know. It's just the way it was. I know it's weird, but the picture quality was spot on. Though it was excellent. Because usually when I watch a Blu-ray, 4K, there's like a ghost shadow was on the dark parts of the screen. Because I was watching what was I watching? John Wick, and he had these like ghost shadows in it. It was weird. But on this, I had none of that in this film at all. It was just bright certain parts in the film, but apart from that. Okay, the last part was good. I like the last part. It looks like we're gonna get a sequel to that film, which is good. So what I didn't like about it, I suppose they didn't even have an ending credits to it, which I said that in my last video review. This film had nothing like it, so it opens for a sequel. Certain parts of the screen was too bright, when they're outside and it's all bright. The sky's like white, and it's like, Jesus Christ, way too bright. No, like I said, I don't know if it's because it's just 4K, that's why. What else? I think that's the only thing I didn't like about it. Okay, there's another thing I didn't like about the music in that, the end credits, which is stupid. It didn't sound right for the mover. You know, there's like this song, it's like it's 80s, but it's like some Asian girl singing it. It didn't sound right. I just thought, what the hell? This doesn't sound like right for a short film. Apart from that, what I liked about it, some of the effects were really good in the film. And the shark was really good. It was quite scary, and I was like, geez, I wouldn't want to mess with that. Some good death scenes, some really cool death scenes in it. I love the shots of the shark and the boats and everything, and it's just cool. The underwater stuff was quite, you know, scary and beautiful at the same time. So when the water, the lights and everything, but at the same time it was scary when the girl was in the she's in this like glass thing, right, and the thing won't break, but it's scary because it's all dark at the bottom of the ocean. It's scary, and that's what I find that more scarier than ghost films. You know, the dark part of the ocean is nothing, you can't see anything at the bottom. That's scarier. So that makes me uncomfortable. I see stuff like always does. I wouldn't even want to go down there. Hell no. Too dark, too creepy. No, thank you. Nah, I'll pass on that. I'm either going to a creepy, spooky house than go at the bottom of a dark ocean. No, thank you. No. Unless I can see at the bottom, of course, like all bright and stuff. Fine. Scary. Yeah, those moments were just scarier. So what other things I liked? Some of the music was good. It's just the end of credit music didn't sound right. Decent performance from the other cast. And the shark effects were good. The shark was pretty cool in it, both sharks. And there had some quite intense moments in it. And it was funny. It made me laugh. It's funny. So the way I'm going to give this film is a 4 out of 5. Yeah, I said it, 4 out of 5. I enjoyed it. If you like short films, you'll like this. You might, I don't know, because some people just, I think I'll just criticise for the sake of it, so yeah. But really enjoyed it. Hopefully they do make a sequel to this, because I really enjoyed this. But I want to see a more serious movie, more terrifying, more creepy, more intense. But this was really good. It's a fun movie. So yeah, 4 out of 5 for The Meg. Really enjoyed it. So anyway, people, there's my review of The Meg. Really enjoyed it. It's not perfect. It's not the greatest shark film of all time. But it's one of those films I've definitely watched again. So it's magnificent, so yeah. No pun intended, well there was actually, so yeah. So anyway, people want to go off that. 4 out of 5 for The Meg. If you've never seen it, check it out. It's worth, if you like Jurassic Park, if you like short films or that, you'll like that, so yeah. So anyway, people want to go off now. Remember to subscribe to my channel. Have a nice day, have a nice evening, and take care, and have a nice week, and keep healthy. See you later.